What is up, YouTube? It's Vince the Prince, your boy, here for another Monday Night Football Live. We are getting ready for kickoff if it hasn't kicked off already. As you can see, running a tad bit late. But we're ready, we're here, and football is on for Monday Night Football. So my Wi Fi also sucks. So if my Wi Fi ends up messing up on you guys, bear with me as we're getting everything going. But Monday Night Football, obviously, I am by myself, so I will not be doing the Monday Night Football song without Reed. But if Reed is to come today, he will be coming in later. Uh, he has a lot of things to do today, uh, work stuff, so I will be your host and your commentator and your editor and everything. So give me some grace, boys and girls. But let me know what you guys think of the new scoreboard. As we have kickoff here, and we are ready to roll as the Commanders. Wow, take it out past the 40 here on the kickoff return. Luke McCaffrey, is looking like he is ready to have a game. So this one should be fun. But let me know, guys. Who do you think is going to win? I obviously have the Chiefs winning today. I have them actually covering by the 10.5 spread. I do think they will do that good. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. So, as we will have the Commanders and Marcus Mariota taking the field here, with Krosky Merritt right next to him at his left side. 1st and 10. Let's get it. So McLaurin in motion. Ooh, they get it out quick here to Deebo Samuel. So for those of you who have fantasy implications as well, let me know down here below. I'm also going to bring up my sleeper fantasy app here just to show you guys my fantasy implications. Let's see, Gold League. And so on our next commercial break, I will be bringing up my fantasy matchup against a fan of this channel, Kyrie. So again, guys, let us know down in the comments if you have anything fantasy-wise, or if you're just here to watch football. So let me know down in the comments, boys and girls. Here we got, let's see, 3rd and 1. That was a quick 2nd down. Krosky Merritt gets the ball, and he has the 1st down. So the Commanders will be getting a new set of downs, and they're starting to get across the field. They're already past the 50 because of that great kick return. So fairly much in field goal range. So let's see what happens here. 1st and 10, Marcus Mariota. Let's see. Looks like a run package, but it could just be a bunch option here. Yeah, so play action. Mariota dunks it down to Deebo, who gets a quick 4 to 5 yards on that catch. So if you have Deebo, I mean, you're loving that in fantasy. So quick, 3 points already on the board for him. I got the wife on here complaining about the Wi-Fi just like me. But yeah, boys and girls, let me know how the Wi-Fi is looking. I will check on YouTube just to make sure we're not super bad, right? If not, I will fix that. Yeah, so far it looks like we're doing all right. So I'm glad the sound check worked well. But yeah, guys, let me know if I ever get too choppy or anything. Again, guys, let me know up in the comments what you guys think of the new and improved, just maybe, scoreboard there. So here we go, 3rd and 3. Marcus Mariota in shotgun. Looks like he has 2 wideouts and Ertz there. Krosky Merritt in the backfield with him. Let's see what he does. Looks like a little false start there on Krosky Merritt, but Marcus Mariota with about a 9 to 10 yard scramble First down and 10 for the Commanders. Let's see. Okay, Dizzle says, sorry, Vince, running a little late. FaceTime with the lady ran late. Ooh, the lady, huh? Says no respect for Monday Night Football. That's okay, my guy. My Wi-Fi has no respect for Monday Night Football, as it was giving me trouble 5 minutes before kickoff. So hopefully got it fixed. But you let me know if you're going to be here as well for most of the game if my Wi-Fi ends up getting choppy. Ooh, Luke McCaffrey again, really getting involved here with the Washington Commanders. So I love it. Obviously, the other McCaffrey is just didn't have a really good game this past week, but neither did the 49ers in retrospect. So yeah, hopefully Luke McCaffrey picks up the slack for the McCaffrey family. Dizzle says, is Reed joining? He might. Right now, he's got some work stuff to take care of. So for now, it's going to be just me. Hopefully, you're okay with that. Okay, Dizzle? I had to run it through a few people, and I think they said they were okay with it. So let's see here. 2nd and 1. Krosky Merritt gets across. I mean, he's getting chunks and chunks there. 4 or 5 yard runs each time so far. So it looks like the Chiefs' defense is going to be looking at some problems here if they can't stop these small time passes. So Krosky Merritt's from Montgomery, Alabama. Says, yeah, I'd join, but I'm comfy in bed, not going to lie. You're good, man. You are totally good. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Enjoy my sweet voice as I talk football here with you. Put some good questions down for me just to keep me busy. Oh, and just as I said, the Chiefs might have some problems. They end up getting the pick off of a bounce pass from Deebo Samuel. Straight off the chest, man. Wow. The only thing worse than that is just a ball hitting you straight off the dome, and then they intercept it. So that was pretty bad. He says, yes, sir. What's good? What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man? Hope you have fun with the friends as they come over today. Because I have a few minutes to say what's up. Just you today? Yeah, it's going to be just me for a little bit. Maybe Reed will show up later. It just depends on how late he's going to be at work. He just got a promotion, so he's got a few other things under his belt that he's got to take care of now. He says, bruh, Deebo, WTF is that? I know. I was just talking highly of him, how he has like a quick 3.5 points or whatever, and now he just ruined it with that. I don't think it'll count as anything against him, but like obviously they're going to be a little bit careful now when they throw to Deebo. He says, I need Chiefs defense to not get 22 points, not AJ's defense scoring. Yeah, pretty much. So we have our first commercial break here. He says, is Reed a GM now? No, I don't think so, but he is moving up in the ranks still. So he's getting there. He says, got to get a new member to add to the rotation. He says, congrats to Reed. Yeah. And about this one, we'll see. I know AJ's recording a video, so he may come on later. I didn't ask him to, but sometimes he checks in. He says, I need Rice to get less than 13 today. I need Rice to get less than 10 today. So let me actually pull up my fantasy implications here. So as I get it pulled up, let's get this right there. And let's pull it up. So this is mine. This is in the Gold League against Kyrie. We're both 5-2, as you can see right there. He has a 71% chance to win, but he has Rashid Rice. That's all he has. So he had the Buffalo defense, who gave him a crap ton of points. I had Pittman. He had Gadsden. I had Jamar Chase. He had Jonathan Taylor. Jesus, touchdown Taylor over here. I had Breece Hall, who had an amazing game. Javonte Williams, and I had Drake May. He had Josh Allen. So he is currently behind me by like 9.88 or something. However you do the math, 9.92. I don't know. That's just my quick math there. But yeah, so basically he cannot get 10 points. If he gets 10 points, I will lose. If he gets less than 9.85, just to be safe, 9.88, I will win this game. So basically, he can't get 9.9 because it's pretty hard for a wide receiver to get, anything more than just the first 10th decimal point. But that's my situation there. So let me know, guys. What do you think? Am I cooked or am I not cooked? As I pull this back up. Reed is actually here in the comments. What's up, Reed? He says food and bev manager. And he says, thanks, Diesel. Brandon says, it's in my ESPN league, the one that I've been struggling in. Haven't won for 3 weeks straight. Oof, that's not fun, my boy. As Patrick Mahomes gets sacked. Yes. Perfect. I have a bet here, so I'll pull my bet up soon as well. It says, haven't won 3 weeks straight, and it's all bad luck so far this season. I need to squeeze this win. Yeah, a lot of us need to squeeze in wins there. So that is what it is. Let's see. He says, look at my matchup. Which one? Because don't worry, I face him next week, and it's a battle for first, I think. For first? I don't even think you're close to first, buddy boy. I don't know. It says, so it'll be a fun matchup. It says, Reed be serving that lean. That lean kush, says Brandon. Gold League. Are you in the contention for... I'm going to take a look. Are you in contention for possibly being in first? Let's see. Oh, you need to squeeze a win. See, you're in fourth place right now. You should win this week. You face somebody who scored, the second lowest points of the week. So, or the third lowest. My bad. Dizzle actually is horrendous. He says, I'm in fourth right now, and if you lose and AJ lost... let's see. AJ did lose. Yeah, but you wouldn't be in first because if Kyrie loses, then that means I win. So that means Base Hero, or the one that says I'm on your butt, I'm on your ASS, is going to be in first just because he has the most points scored against any of us, and he had the solidified win. So, yeah. If you win and I win and a Base Hero wins, which is Reed's brother, by the way, it'll all be, Reed's brother first, me second, you third, and then Kyrie will go down to I don't know, fifth or sixth, something like that. So that is the order there. But yeah, he says, let's see, he says, I'm in fourth round. If you lose, AJ lost. He says, got to get an oil change and the new tires on the car this week. RIP 2K. Well, there's your bet right there. Didn't you pull out 2K from a bet or something, or did you pull out less or something? Let me know. It says good treadmill workout tonight. Ooh, you got the blood pumping. Is that what it was? Blood pumping in another way. Ooh, Kareem Hunt there sneaks in for the first down. It says if playoffs were today, I'd be facing Reed. If playoffs were today, you would not be facing Reed. That's not how that works. If you were in the playoffs, you would be facing me because it's the top 6 in the Gold League, I believe. And it goes first place plays 6th place, second place plays 5th place, and third place plays 4th place. Unless they have the playoff bracket different. Because I finally got my car working again, so it feels good to be able to get to work without Ubering there and back all the time. There you go. It says go look at the playoff bracket. So maybe he has the playoffs different. It says 4 times half-mile runs at 5:39 pace. Okay, with 90 seconds rest. Then last half-mile with 5-minute pace, I was running like a monkey from the pool. Wow, that's interesting. I used to run a mile in, this is way back when I was a runner. My best mile was a 4:45 or something like that. So yeah, you're at a comfortable pace there with the 5-minute half mile. Popo. Let's see. He rips it. There's Worthy. So Worthy goes for a big first down there. Anybody but Rashee Rice, and I'm loving it. Let me see if I can pull up my bet here. So I have to go to Underdog. Haven't been on Underdog on the computer in a long time. So let's go check it. Underdog. Gotta log in. Yeah, I was cooking. That was high school days, man. Like when I was like at my leanest, I think I weighed like 155. So I was like the weight of a bag of rocks, for sure. Now I'm like a bag of rocks and a half. It says I'm trying to run the turkey trot under 18 mins with a 5:47 pace. That's pretty good. Not bad. So does that mean you're doing like full miles right now at a 5:39 pace, or you're just kind of like weaning down? And this was like a recovery day almost, or an interval kind of exercise today. It says, what do you weigh these days? I'm about, I think the last time I checked, I was like 182. So yeah, like a bag of rocks and a half, just a little bit more. But I'd like to say the majority is muscle, but that's obviously a lie. I got some fat on me. But not too bad, I guess, for a guy that's 27, about to be 28. Let's see if I remember my password here, boys. Nowadays, you don't need passwords. So we'll see if I remember my OG password. And I do. Awesome. So I got in. So let me pull that up in a little bit as this thing keeps asking me questions. So 3rd and 10 here for Patrick Mahomes. Let's see what he gets. Let me see. Where do I go to my bets? Personal? Nope, not there. Pick'ems? Results, maybe. Nope. Live. Yeah. And it was intercepted. Jeez. Is that the rookie? Or is that the second-year guy? I don't know. We gotta wait. I can't see his name. Oh, Lattimore. It was actually Lattimore. That was a good pickup by them, actually. So let's see. So the pick'ems here. So I will show this right here. So I have Bobby Wagner getting 4.5 assists. He already has 1. Patrick Mahomes actually throwing 3 touchdowns, so he's behind pace already. But he's got a lot more game time to play. He says, "Dang, you got me by a couple pounds. How much do you weigh? Obviously, you're way taller than me. I'm like 5'8", so you got a lot more length on me." He says, "I don't know if he was in bounds. They'll look at it, So all the turnovers and touchdowns or whatever are reviewed, so they'll take a look at it." After that, I got Tyquan Thornton, 3.5 receiving yards. So I just need him to get 1 catch, basically, because he goes to the house all the time. Yeah, Dizzle flexing over here. He says he's 6'1" with his hair. Just kidding. So I need Travis Kelce also to get 42 receiving yards. He's like the highest, kind of thing besides Patrick Mahomes here. And then Juju to get 2 receptions. So obviously these are like my $1 bets. So here, if I win this bet outright, I will get like $39 off of a $1 bet, which is pretty good odds. No insurance this time. He says 6'2" with the hair, brother. Ooh, so you flatten it. I get you. You flatten it for your true height. It says depends on the time of day, anywhere from 173 to 180. Yeah, if like it's like nighttime for me after like eating everything and then having dinner, I'll weigh like 185, 186-ish. But at my leanest in the morning after, a nice little trip to the toilet, I weigh about like 181, 182, something around those ranges. So yeah, it just like fluctuates for me. It doesn't fluctuate too much. But yeah, I'm like 180 to 187-ish. I guess that's my 7-pound range, like how you did. He says, like I weighed myself after dinner and before a shower, 176 tonight. Nice. Yeah. We have a scale. I haven't used it in a while, but I've been like the same for a long time. Yeah, just basically adult weight type of thing. So let me get that back up there. As the score still has not changed, boys and girls. Pretty crazy. So let me get this back over here. Alrighty. So I guess it was an interception. So here we go with Krosky Merritt actually doing pretty good. Another 4-yard carry there. 4 to 5 yard carry. So it gives them a little bit more breathing room. Dizzle says, should I get cornrows? No, Dizzle. Have you ever seen the movie? It's called Get Hard with Kevin Hart and what's his name? I forgot his name. Will Ferrell. Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. You're gonna look like that. If you get cornrows, I'll buy you some fake grills so you can look like that for Halloween. It says I'm getting a haircut next month. I think I'm going mini mullet. I would love to see you in a mini mullet. That'd be great. Yeah, you'd be Gator. Says Lamar can't rock that. He's like, of course, Gator. Yeah, Gator don't play no shit. I love that movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but Will Ferrell to me is a very funny person. Sometimes in his movies he tries a little bit hard, so it's not as funny, but he's a good character for comedies. So I like him. Alrighty, Roo. Let's see. So we got 3rd and 2 here. Mariota goes back in the shotgun. He motions Debo to the left side of the field. Still trips right over there. And let's see. Looks like Ertz is going to get the ball. Nope. He switches off to Krosky. Krosky Merritt going for a big chunk run after the catch. So first down, Washington Commanders. It looks like their offense is actually running pretty well. So not bad. Oh, it's actually McNichols. My bad. Sorry, guys. Not Krosky. He says it's not a mullet like long redneck farmer, but it's still a mullet though. You know, you have the hair back here. Says got to keep it long with the curls. Yeah, you have curls, so it'll actually look decent. I hate when people have like really straight hair and they look like Joe Dirt. If you've ever seen that movie. Let's see here. So play action. Mariota goes a little bit on the run. Probably just going to throw it away. Oh, but never mind. He gets it to Luke McCaffrey. Jeez. Another first down there as they call him in as he drags the toes. Wow. What control. What control of the body, guys. He says it's a mini mullet. It's not really long. That's okay. It will get long, though. You'll have the little flyaways in the back, like that. And then sooner or later, you'll upgrade to a rat tail, Dizzle. We'll show you the rat tail that you'll get after that. Let's see. So I love that, the Commanders have the ball because that means, hey, look who it is. As it kind of updates for me. Probably my Wi-Fi being horrible.
I think it's my side.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, there we go. What's up, guys?
Dizzle says he's going to get a mini mullet.
A mini mullet?
Yeah, he's thinking about getting a mini mullet for his next haircut.
What about looking like Lamar Jackson? What happened?
He asked me again if he should get cornrows, and I said he's going to look like Will Ferrell from that movie Get Hard.
My guys do not look good with cornrows.
Or you're going to look like the guy from, what's that movie? Jeez, I can't think of it. Napoleon Dynamite. You're going to look like his brother. He says, nah, I'll keep it short. And he says, read. And he said, loading. He says, Reed looking clean tonight, extra shiny.
Yeah, shaved my head this morning, so that's why.
Yeah, boy.
Alright. Well, Vince, I'm going to be working on some spreadsheets in the background. I got to work on next year's budget. So, but we just wanted to pop in and say hello. So, I'll be here. I'll be here.
If you want, you can, hash that out and come back after halftime. I got Dizzle here keeping me company.
Oh, I may go back into work, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're just hanging out for a little bit.
I'm just hanging. Just hanging.
Yeah.
I'll throw you up on my top screen here.
Sounds good. All right, 4th and 6 here. Mariota snaps the ball. It looks like Ertz got it. See where they mark him at. But it looked to me he stretched across that first down marker before. Let's see. Good catch. stretch. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Just depends where they mark him. It says you put something on the cheeks. Which cheeks? It says read congrats on the promotion.
Thank you very much, Dizzle. Why did he change his name?
I don't know.
What the heck is up? What's going on?
Yeah, why'd you change your name, Dizzle?
55 HD? Who's that? Well, thank you.
Who knows? He says, is Ertz a Hall of Famer? I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer.
He'll get nominated. I don't know if he can go in.
Yeah, he's been like a very consistent tight end. That's 100% sure. But I don't know if he'll make it. I think there's a lot better at the position as well as other positions to get the Hall of Fame knock. He says the face cheeks. It says test, test, test. Oh, they're going to use the virtual measurement. So it looks like he was short by 5 inches according to the AI stuff.
Freaking AI. No robot's going to tell me I'm short.
So it looks like Ertz gets the pass completed, but does not stretch across before his knee touches. He says, I don't know why it's not showing up as Dizzle. Yeah, me neither, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's something new. Because it also has, Brandon is always Brandon Rogers official when he came in earlier, but I don't know. I guess it's showing your true, what's it called? True YouTube name. Let's see. See if I can find this over here. I know there's a way I can find it. Pick on best ball. No. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Bam, bam, bam. Ba-ba-bam. Bam, bam, bam. Nope, I guess I cannot find it.
FaZe McCall.
FaZe McCall.
I'm joining FaZe.
He's calling you FaZe. Yeah, it just doesn't show him. Kind of sad. Trying to find one of my bets that I made read. It's just not working. Maybe they're here? No? Why? I guess not. Should be in drafts. Should be somewhere over the rainbow. Not there either. Okay. I don't know. Ooh, Rashee Rice gets the ball, but he gets -4 yards. I'll take it. I'll take him getting negative yards all day long. Let's see here. 2nd and 14. Patrick Holmes. Oh, he finds Rashee Rice for a catch. That's no bueno. No bueno for me. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it. Oh well. Had another bet there. Let's see. It says I don't know why it's not showing up as Dizzle. It says Vince. As an MD, I am not an MD.
On my
Just for
camera.
fair warning, not an MD at all.
On my
I'm
camera.
just a doctorate of occupational therapy. I don't know, Reed.
What the hell?
It died on you.
There's no. I just turned
It's
it on.
dead. It says, what's your advice for recovering after workouts? Rest, sleep, ice if you're extremely sore. Load up on some protein and just a little bit of carbs. Not a whole bunch of carbs, but mostly protein. So your muscles can rebuild. Make sure that you have your electrolytes in, all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Hydrate. Yeah. After a run, yeah, especially. If it's just a regular workout where you're not sweating insanely, but for you doing like interval work with the half miles at a certain pace, you're definitely going to be sweating because your internal temperature is going to be high. So yeah, after those, hydrate. Make sure you got all your electrolytes and stuff. And yeah, protein. I'd say natural protein is better than the whey protein and all that, but that's just my recommendation. Obviously, a lot of people survive on whey more than
What's up,
other
Whey?
things. What's up, Whey? Alrighty. So there's been an update here. Let us see. So, as you guys can see, there's been an update. Rishi Rice has 2.6 points. So now I am only up by approximately, 6 point something points, just for quick math, 6.7 points or something like that. So,
well, Vince doesn't look like I have a camera.
Oh no!
Yeah, the batteries are all dead.
Ruh-roh.
I don't know why. It should be able to just charge at the same time, but so.
You know how that works, though. Last time it charged, it was in and out.
Well, it 9 times out of 10, it can keep itself charged fully while I stream, but it just acts weird every once in a while. I have no idea why.
It just has its fits.
Yeah, so I can go cameraless if you want, or I can just hop off. It's up to you.
You can hop off if you want to. I know you're pretty busy, so.
Okay.
Oh, right. There's Juju. I need that. All right, Reed. Have a good night, man. Work hard.
You as well. I'll see you guys later.
All righty. Sounds good.
Bye.
Latest. Let's see. So Dizzle says he had pasta with red meat sauce for dinner. Not a ton of protein in there. Not really. But yeah. So if you're not sore though, your muscles are probably not like, what's the word? Remaking themselves. Repairing the damage to your muscles that happens when you get sore. So most likely you don't need a lot of protein, but I always think protein is a good beneficial way to kind of, get the body right after a day. That's why we kind of need protein to survive, because even if it doesn't feel like it, our muscles are being broken down every time we use them. So they need to be like restored and replenished, basically. Kind of like how our hydration levels are too. All that stuff, electrolytes, everything. So just a fine balance of everything, But obviously you can get that throughout the day. It's just usually after a good workout, that's when your body, 30 minutes after your workout and after, everything has gone back into homeostasis, your body is already getting into that replenishing stage where it's grabbing your fat stores or any protein that's in your belly and being broken down, and it's using it to, get your body right again. But let's see here. It looks like the defense for the Commanders is playing quite well. So 3rd and 4 here for Patrick Mahomes, as long as Rashee Rice doesn't get the ball. Okay, so let's see. Looks like he might go after him. Nope. Oh, and it's picked. Oh, Bobby Wagner. I wish I was wearing my Bobby Wagner jersey right now, but I'm not wearing JSN's jersey. But I do have my Bobby Wagner jersey. Maybe I'll go get it after halftime if he continues to be playing like he's playing. He's a deserving kind of guy. Let's see. Let's go to active. Oops. Whoopsie. Pick'ems. Live. Pick'ems. So it looks like Juju needs one more reception. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes needs 3 touchdowns. So that's probably going to be the one that does not hit for me. But that's okay. $1 bet, taking a risk. Still a long game. Never know. But yes, a very, very, very weird game. I don't know who you chose, Dizzle, but I chose the Chiefs to win by 10.5, so it's not working out. So if you chose the Commanders, obviously right now is the right pick. But we'll see. This game has a lot of time to get things kind of going, so we'll see. I see that the Spurs are playing, so I think I'm going to try to go into multi-view. See if I can do it. Sometimes it gives me the game on there, but sometimes it doesn't. That's something about multi-view that I don't like. It says you can make your combination however you want, but sometimes it's just extremely difficult to find the channel that you're looking for. See, scroll. Yeah, it's not there. Well, that's dumb. Maybe if I exit out since we are on a commercial break and go to the Spurs game, then I can add, it's an NSP football game. If the Spurs game is being aired on YouTube TV, sometimes it's not. Let's check. Let's search for the Spurs. Spurs game. I guess they're not. I guess it's not being played. Let's go here. Oh yeah, I guess it is. I don't know. Ooh. Well, the Spurs are up on the Raptors, so that's awesome. Up by 12 points. I'm pretty sure Wembanyama is playing very well. So love it. Love to see it. Let's get back to the Monday Night Football game. Okay, so he also chose Kansas City. He says, I just want Washington to score. As Ertz? Is that Ertz? No, it's Bates. Bates there. He says Wemby is insane. Yes, he is insane. He's a freak of nature. It's just so crazy. He says you can, but it's so annoying to do. It's hard to figure out. Yeah, for some reason, like on Sunday, like when it has all the games airing, it's great because you can just like make your multi-view with all the games that are there. They're usually all slated how they should be. But when it's not Sunday, it's like YouTube TV has like its own mind, and it's like, hey, maybe this channel, maybe this channel, maybe this channel. And it's like, no, dude, I want to watch sports. That's it. I just want to watch sports, not the news channel. Not government officials talking on whatever channel they're on, whatever you guys watch. It's like I want to watch sports. And right now you can watch the MLB game and the football game at the same time, but Seattle Mariners are out, so I'm not going to watch them. As Debo gets another catch and he goes for a -1 yards. Says is it a weird thing for me to say I prefer Sunday Ticket over Red Zone? I like Sunday Ticket, especially with the multi-view kind of thing that you can do now. I like. I still have Sunday Ticket, but I like going multi-view more, just because I get to watch the games that I want to watch, and not just like Red Zone stuff. So obviously, I love Red Zone. It's great. I do think that they do a really good job with it, but sometimes it's just not what I want to do. So sometimes I won't watch it, and that's okay. That's just me. But it seems like you kind of agree with me. So I like Sunday Ticket better. I get to watch every game I want to. So it looks like 4th and 1. Again, Ertz. Yeah, Disley says I'd rather just watch a game. Yeah, for me, I usually choose like at least like if it's in the 12 o'clock window, I choose 3 or 4 games that I want to watch, and I put it in multi-view, and then I have the audio of like the game I'm really paying attention to at that point in time, and just kind of watch sparingly with the other ones. But obviously, when the Seahawks are playing, I only watch the Seahawks, and maybe on my phone I'll have Red Zone, and I just have it in the background to kind of hear like fantasy stuff with whatever's going on. He says his brother just jumped on Ertz's head. Yeah, yeah, he did. Kind of wanted to ride on his shoulders. But yeah, so that's what I do. But in the 3 o'clock window, or for you, I guess it would be a different window. I guess like 4 or 5 o'clock window. Uh, I guess usually it's only 3 or 4 games there, so it's not so bad. Just to kind of watch all those 3 games in the multi-view. And then obviously during the night games, it's just, Sunday night football, so you only have 1 game to watch, which is pretty refreshing unless the game sucks. So that's kind of like the drawbacks to everything. It says the weirdness continues. I know, right? It's just weird. But still 0-0. I believe it is the second quarter, though, so maybe I'll go change that. So let's go change the quarter. Second quarter. Let's go ahead and save that. Save that. Download. And I gotta add it over here. Now it is the second quarter. Let me delete this one. Second quarter, boys and girls. Looking great. Feeling great. And still 0-0. And I'm still winning in fantasy. So I kind of don't mind. But obviously there's a lot of game left to play. So we'll see what happens throughout this whole time. Let's see what Dizzle has to say here. He says, Kraft had a day. Yeah. Again. So let's see. Says it's 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock slates. And whatever. I call it, 12 o'clock for us and 3 o'clock for us. So again, your time zone is different. He says, I thought Sunday Night Football this week was entertaining. It was good. I'm just sad that I went to sleep because I had 4 hours of sleep on Saturday night going into Sunday. And then I was out with a market with my wife. She was part of the market, so we were there in Austin, which is I'd say like a 1.5 to 2 hour drive over there and back, as well as like setup time and selling to people and all that stuff. So it was pretty crazy. We didn't get back. We left at like 5:30 in the morning, and then got back like at 7:30 at night. So it's a long day. So I watched the first half of the game, a little bit of the third quarter, and then I knocked out, which was when it was actually starting to get good. So it is what it is. It says I gotta go run downstairs, BRB. No problem. Let me know when you're back. All right, as Patrick Mahomes here hands it off to Pacheco. Pacheco runs for about 4 or 5 yards there. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2. So, not too bad. Again, guys, if you have any, fantasy implications, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Appreciate y'all that are here, and appreciate Dizzle for commenting. Obviously, we just love watching football. So, thanks if you guys love watching football with us while we're on live and everything, tolerating us. And yeah, so should be great. Let's see here. Patrick Mahomes. Throws it to Kelsey. Kelsey right there. About 12-yard catch or so. Maybe a little bit more. Let's see. I believe that was his second catch. Right there's 5, 10, yeah, somewhere around 11 to 12 yards, something around there. Maybe a little less, maybe 10 yards. But yeah, as this game gets, a little bit farther down into things. Oh, there's Kelsey again, wide open. Love it. As long as it's just Kelsey, as long as it's Thornton, as long as it's, what's his name, Juju Smith-Schuster, I'm okay with. It's when Rashee Rice gets the ball. No, that's a big no-no. Big no-no today. After people who waited, 6 games for Rashee Rice, they got what they wanted last week, but not this week. No. We gotta have Rashee Rice bottled up all game long. That's what we want. And it looks like Travis Kelce already has 40 yards receiving. Love to see it. He needs 2 more yards to go ahead and hit on my bets that I have personally. Bobby Wagner needs 4 more tackles. Patrick Mahomes needs 3 touchdowns. And Tyquan Thornton needs just 4 receiving yards. And Juju Smith needs 1 more reception. So, again, second quarter, 7 minutes left to go. We still have a lot of time. I just kind of showed up here. This is the bet. Let me make it a little bit bigger. But obviously, those are the implications that I'm going by. Probably zoom in a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Hopefully that looks a little bit better. But yeah, so these are the implications. Obviously, Travis Kelce right here is already almost there. Juju Smith-Schuster needs 1 more reception. 3.5 yards there for Tyquan Thornton. 3 passing touchdowns because I have the 2.5 there right here. And then obviously 4.5 right there for Bobby Wagner. So he's going to go ahead and need 3 or 4 more tackles, which he'll probably get 1 right here with an assist. Oh, yeah, sorry. It's assist. So he needs 4 more assisted tackles. And he was in on this tackle here, so hopefully we'll give him an assist. The first and goal here for the Kansas City Chiefs. I need Patrick Mahomes to go ahead and pass for this touchdown, so that way he gets 3 passing touchdowns for my bet, but we'll see. I can't be greedy. It's just a $1 bet, but I'd love for it to be. Oh no! Rashee Rice ran it in for the touchdown. Oh, that was the worst thing that could have happened. So let's see if it has updated already. Oh, jeez. I hope he hit down before he got there. Yes, he did. No touchdown for Rashee Rice. I love it. I love it. So they better call that back because that's not what I need. But yeah, he hit down before he got into the touchdown right there. As you can see, the ball is not past the white. Bang. So close, though. So close. So, gotta love it. Got to love it. It's just the name of the game, boys and girls. The name of the game. Let's see, as they're reviewing this, I hope there's enough to turn this over. I'm not putting that comment there, Dizzle. It was just a little short there, right, though, Dizzle? Just a little short. That's funny. But yeah, I do think they'll reverse this call. It'll probably be them handing the ball off or, Patrick Mahomes rolling out and finding somebody like, sorry, just listening there. Finding somebody like Kelsey, finding somebody like Hollywood Brown. The only person that cannot give it to is Rashee Rice. Don't get Rashee Rice in the end zone, boys and girls. So if he does, then that is game for me. Let's see. He says, does every wide receiver in the Chiefs have girls? LOL. I don't know, actually. That's probably some good stuff that we should try and see. Dude, you're funny. He says they're going to Hunter Kelsey. Yeah, I hope so. They got Rasheed on an island up there, though. So, there's Hunt. The touchdown stealer. So, guys, if you still have Hunt, there you go. Giha Field. If you still have Hunt there, you just got 6.1 points and are extremely happy, especially this late in the fantasy implications there. I am happy that Rasheed Rice did not get that touchdown. The only thing, though, is that for my bet, obviously it's not probably going to hit now. Patrick Mahomes did not get the passing touchdown. So, probably not going to hit that bet, which is okay. Bang! Butker gets the extra points. I guess it's time for me to go change the scoreboard here in favor of the Chiefs. So 0-7. Let's go ahead and download this. And we will update it. Over here to the media. Add another. But yeah, boys and girls, what do you guys think of this game so far? I obviously think it's pretty good, as this one kind of updates up here for us. 0-7 for the Chiefs here in the second quarter. So far, so good. But yeah, very interesting game, to say the least. Obviously, I'm hoping that the Chiefs win by 10.5. Really doesn't matter because Dizzle also chose them. So if you guys don't know, me and Dizzle have a bet in a pick'ems. So we pick every single game against the spread, and we have our points piled up throughout the season. Whoever has the most points owes the other person $100. I won last year. I forgot what we bet last year. Just I think it was like $20 or something. Can't remember. It was a low bet, and now we, moved the bet up a little bit higher. It says, "I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. I know that song. Good job. Good taste in musica. Says I'm getting close to you, and I missed the whole week. I know. I've been playing I've been choosing like crap for sure. If you look at like my past 4 weeks, they're all so horrible, except week 7 where both you and I got 10. But yeah, if you look at the 3 weeks before that, it was horrendous. I think the week that you where you missed the whole week, I got 5. So it really didn't matter at all. So if anything, if that week was nullified, basically you would be in the lead at this point in time. I think by 2, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go check. So we go here. Let's see. Dizzle has 5 this week. So yeah, the week that you didn't, you forgot to do any of them, I got 5 total points. And then in week 4, I got 5 points. Week 5, I got 6. Week 6, I got 6 points. And then last week, I got 10. So did you. But you had back-to-back weeks with 10 in week 6 and 7. So, yeah, it's safe to say that at this point in time, you would be ahead by 2 if we nullified that week 3. But yeah, I've definitely fallen from grace, especially in week 2 where I got 13 correct. So obviously I need to get back on the ball there. But I feel like it's been a weird NFL year for sure. I feel like at this point in time, we're all doing a lot better in the pick'ems as of week 8. I think there was some people almost in the 70s. So definitely we all have dropped the ball. Ooh, he gets destroyed back there. So it looks like it's gonna be 2nd and 11. Oh wow, give him credit there, 2nd and 10. Yeah, it looks like Cross Chimera just got absolutely destroyed before he got back to the line of scrimmage. So I think it should be 2nd and 11. But let's see, Mariota there throws down to one of the tight ends. Who's that going to be? Is that Tyler Mott? Or Smoot? Oh, it's Smoot. Let's see. He says I did so bad in 4 Sunday night football games. Yeah, I feel like the 12 o'clock slate is like horrible for me. I cannot like choose them correctly whatsoever. I think this whole week I got one 12 o'clock game correct. So that was pretty bad. It says, yeah, it's a year of the sharp, not the public. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, definitely a tougher year on choosing the pick'ems. Krosky Merritt gets about 2 yards there after the first down from Smoot. But yeah, so I do think the Commanders need to score here. Laramie Tunsil, first year with the Commanders, as he was traded from the Texans. Can't believe he's still playing. His 10th season in the league. Still playing pretty well. I mean, gotta give him his props. Says, if I was in the NFL, I would have such an iconic first down and touchdown celly. I want a video right now. Right now, Dizzle. I want to see what your touchdown, first down celly would be. Right now on Snapchat. Send it. Unless you're in bed and don't want to get up, you know. In that case, send it another time when you have to go to the restroom or like something. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's see. So 3rd and 5 here. Whoa. I don't know what my fishes are doing back there. Sounded like one of them almost like jumped out. One of them's getting so big. Oh, what a little touch pass there. Ooh, nice. Who is that? That one's not Krosky Merritt. Is that McNichols? That is McNichols. McNichols is looking good. He says, I would do the Conor McGregor strut, then blow a kiss to the crowd. I'll do it a little later. Hey, that wouldn't be that bad. That'd be a pretty cool one. That does sound like you, though, Dizzle. That's for sure. And you have like the Conor McGregor hair, you know, you're just taller than him. He says, WTF was that pass? I know, dude, it was a floater. Have you ever seen those videos that the Bills put out and other sources like in the NFL put out when it's like, oh, it's a floater, that they intercept it? I love those mashup videos that the Bills do. They're hilarious. My favorite is the one of the good doctor. He's like, I am a surgeon. He just fucking throws a dart to somebody. It's so funny. I crack up every week that they do those. Speaking of those, I haven't seen one in a while, so hopefully they still do them because they're just hilarious. Let's see. So I believe I am up at this point in time by 6.6 something. He says, what am I watching? Mariota throwing floaters and hurdling people? I know, dude. Mariota's trying to resurge his career. I liked Mariota, but obviously, you know, everybody that gets drafted to the Titans just goes to die. So it is what it is. But Mariota had a great career in college. And that's just something that he's going to be known for. And that's about it. And I think he should be okay with that because it's super hard just to make it to the NFL. Let's see. Put that there. Put the back. Oh, yeah, I think you said that you had to get some tires, right, or something like that. I think I'm going to have to get some tires sometime in, like, first 6 months of 2026. Because where I live at right now, it's like a 50-something mile trek to work. So like an hour of driving for me, basically, on one of our main highways. And I put about 100, it's like 120 miles on my truck a day. So as you can tell, throughout the week, I put about 500 to 600 miles on my truck, just driving to work and back. Um, so yeah, my tires are depleting pretty quickly throughout the year. So throughout the month, I put about 2k miles on it, which is pretty crazy. So looking to get a beater car, or just a car that I can just like get quick fixes and do quick repairs on. Don't break the bank. But yeah, it says, how about the Pats and Vrabel kind of starting to believe? Just don't think we could beat the Bills or Kansas City in playoffs. Yeah, that's the only thing I have on the Patriots. They just don't have the experience yet in the playoffs. I think as McNichols gets the ball again, he's just playing great. I think he's going to get a lot more snaps now just because of his pass catching ability. But yeah, I mean the Patriots are doing tremendously well, to be honest. So not bad. But yeah. Tizzle says, I'm going to be done with my Invisalign end of 2025. Probably just going to keep doing refinements, though. Yeah, you kind of, I think with those, you kind of have to, just so that way you can keep, your teeth from shifting. I don't know if you guys can see it. Not really, just a little bit. But my teeth shifted a little bit after I had braces. My teeth were crazy. My bottom teeth weren't super, super crazy, but my canines, they're like way up here. They're like under my gums, so you could barely see like my tips, and then everything was crowded forward because of that. But now I have straighter teeth. They're pretty white on camera here, but obviously I have a little tint of yellow in real life. But yeah, so definitely keep doing those because they will shift back just a little bit with just time. Time does that to everything. It says the tread of my tires is gone. I believe you. I believe you. So I put 30 miles on my car a week. Yeah, I do that in 1 hour going to work. It's 5 miles round trip to work and back. It's not bad. It's a good beat there. It says every game I think is a trap game for the Pats, and they keep blowing them out. Yeah, this week, last week was crazy, but this week was also a good week for them. It says, do you wear a retainer at night? I do not. They gave me a retainer a long time ago, but I just hated wearing it. So I said, nah, no thanks. I'll just deal with whatever happens to my teeth. And it hasn't been very bad at all. It's just my front two teeth. They kind of like this is how they're supposed to sit, and one of them is starting to go in the front just a little bit. So if there's a lot of pressure of them going inward, one of them could just go in front. But it hasn't happened yet, and from what it feels like, it won't happen. So I'm cool with it. But obviously, if I needed anything, I could just go to Invisalign, shift them back, and with just that right there being pretty much the only problem from what my dentist says, I'm good. So it would take like 6 weeks for Invisalign to work on me, probably, maybe 8. He says that's one thing I'm gonna do. It's just when you sleep, who cares? Yeah, I just didn't like it. So I was also a teenager, so. But by that time, my retainer didn't fit. When I actually had some movement and I tried to put it back on, it cracked. So it didn't work basically after that. Once it cracked, I didn't want to go pay for a new one. So that's why. But yeah, I would say wear your retainer as long as you really don't care about it. He says, yeah, that treatment would be quick too. Yeah, so if I really cared about it later down the line, I would just go do that for a quick second, and I really wouldn't have to pay that much. I feel like just for a couple of weeks of Invisalign. So, but not really at the top of my priority list. Right now, the house is at the top of my priority list, and we're getting that done pretty soon. Less than 2 weeks away. Yeah. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday we sign on our house. And then we start throwing money at it with projects. It says, yeah, I probably didn't pay for it either, so I totally get it. Yeah. Let's see, is Karloftis there? Karloftis getting in there and causing some disruption. So he says, but he's got a mortgage. Yeah, pretty soon. Luckily, the day that we're signing, I won't have to pay anything for a mortgage until January 1st. So I skip, obviously, November 1st's payment. And the way it works, like for mortgages or whatever, like you skip that first mortgage payment on December 1st, and then you just go to January's mortgage. Ooh, did he catch that? Oh, he said he's too far out. Wow. So Debo unable to get a touchdown there. Um, let's see. He says, "What's the big project on the house?" So we have a 2-story house. Oh, I think that could be a touchdown, possibly. I'd have to look at that again. But the big project on the house is my wife's where she works at. She has a small business. Oh, no, he didn't keep control of the ball, so it wouldn't be a touchdown anyway. So right now, the office that we're in, half of it on this side is her office at this point in time. And obviously you can see like right here and going back, I have my fish tank and my little setup over here. That's all packed up now because we're moving. And then obviously I have my computer monitor on top of my standing desk here with my TV up there. So half of the room is mine, half the room is hers. She's going to get a whole room to herself. And I'm moving myself to have, half of the garage as like a man cave, and my, obviously set up here for the podcast. So I'm going to paint the walls, do all that stuff. But that's an easy thing. I'm going to put some decals of some Seahawks stuff, maybe my flags. As you can see, they're peeking out down here behind all these boxes. I have a San Antonio Spurs flag and a Seahawks flag. I might just have those up until I can get my decals on the wall. Terry Lauren might have gotten that touchdown. Sorry, talking too much about projects here. But yeah, so there might be a touchdown here for the Commanders, so I will start to probably change that over here. But the big project, now that I can get to it, is getting the wife a bunch of cabinets in the back of her room. We're also going to put in a bed there. It's called a Murphy bed, the one that you can put down to the floor, but when you're not using it, it stores up and it looks like a cabinet. So we're going to make that as well, and then make some of her cabinets and buy some cabinets that we really don't want to start to make. So that one's like a couple of G's to get done. So we're going to change the flooring in there. It's carpet right now because it's upstairs. We're going to put vinyl flooring, the interlocking vinyl flooring. And then we're going to put all the cabinets, the Murphy bed, everything like that, move her stuff in there. Possibly paint it. I don't know. She might not like the paint color in there right now. So probably going to redo a lot of that stuff. So that one, there's going to be a couple grand going into there just because of the flooring, the cabinets, all that stuff. So kind of got to get her stuff ready because that's how she makes her money and does what she does. So we'll see. That's like the priority there. It says you're going to have a Seahawks man cave. I'm going to have a Seahawks / San Antonio Spurs man cave. I'm more of a Spurs fan than I am a Seahawks fan. I've been a Spurs fan since I came out the womb. But yeah, so Seahawks fan since 2012, I believe, because that's when I was a freshman in high school. That's when I became a Seahawks fan. And then obviously, went to a couple of Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl. So yeah, that's how long I've been a Seahawks fan. I've pretty much been a San Antonio Spurs fan since the day I can remember my first memory. Have a little Spurs jersey, everything like that. So it says, when I get a house, 3 most important things are big open kitchen, open concept, finished basement or basement with potential, and a pool. Nice. Not bad. Yeah, ours, we have like we have a closed concept kitchen. We might plan to open it up a little bit, but we have a more open concept dining area into the living room. So we're happy with it. We have a lot of space compared to what we have here. We're literally doubling our square footage. And now we can actually have family over during, the holidays and stuff like that. So that's one of the benefits, obviously. So we're pretty happy about that. But let me go ahead and get the new score up here, as it is now 7-7. The Commanders have tied up the Chiefs. So not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, getting a house is cool and all. Just got to make sure you do it when you're ready, because there are plenty of people that do it when they're not ready, and it gets to be a struggle. It says, my parents just got a new front walk and front door. I didn't realize masonry work was so expensive. Yeah, 50 G's. I believe it. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu, and Kawhi. Yeah, so more of like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu. Obviously, we had a couple other guys in the fold there. Robert Horry came and played with us for a little bit, won a few championships. Obviously, we had Chris Paul come over here for a little bit. But in those early days, Bruce Bowen was still playing. So a lot of guys, Matt Bonner, you probably don't know who that is, but Matt Bonner, a lot of peeps in there. But yeah, one of my favorite players to ever play for us, besides the big three, was like DeJounte Murray. Love DeJounte Murray and his story coming up. Him and Greg Popovich had a very, very good chemistry for the small amount of time that he was there. Obviously, ultimately traded him away, but you know, NBA is the business. Can't always hold on to everybody. You're just kind of hoping that they pan out for you when they play for you. But yeah, I loved Kawhi. Obviously, hate the way he left and how everything happened, but just some drama. You know, every organization has it, even if you are as low key as the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah, I think my first ever Spurs game that I came to, I was like 6 years old. It was my birthday, one of my birthday gifts. We had like seats in like the 7th row, right behind one of the what's it called? One of the baskets, and they were playing the Houston Rockets at the time. So it was the Houston Rockets versus San Antonio Spurs game in San Antonio. We saw Yao Ming standing at 7'5" or 7'6" or whatever, and Tim Duncan playing against him. It was awesome. It was like an insane battle for sure. But yeah, now we got Fox and Wimby. Now we have Castle. We have a lot of guys. Jeremy Sohan. Everybody. So everybody's there doing their part. And there's Kelsey with another catch there. First down as the Kansas City Chiefs are driving down and call their last time out. So we might watch them get some more points. Hey, really? Matt Bonner's a legend around New England, New Hampshire legend, great white pooper. Yeah, for sure, man. Love Matt Bonner. I always wanted to buy a jersey of his. He's one of our sports analysts / announcers now. There for the San Antonio Spurs. So really love the culture there. So a lot of great guys. But yeah, so a lot of Spurs names that I can just recollect on, and we had a guy. His last name, I think his name was Michael Finley. I remember playing 2K and using that guy like nonstop because of his 3-point shooting. Obviously, we've had a bunch of stars come through there, but really not stick because we've already had our Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili thing going for a long time. But obviously love Danny Green as well. He had a lot of good games, a lot of bad games too. I love Bryn Forbes for some odd reason. Bryn Forbes was like a very controversial player for a lot of people, but I just liked his play style. He's a small guard, shoots the three, plays adequate defense, but never was like a superstar as of recently. But yeah, I can talk basketball as much as I can talk football all day. But obviously, right now, I don't watch too much basketball. But I love the team that we've built so far. So I think we'll do good this year. Obviously, we're already 3-0, and we're most likely winning still against the Toronto Raptors, hopefully to go 4-0. Ooh, a breakup there. I think he played at Florida. Yeah, I don't know where they played college. That's the only thing I don't know about basketball too well, is where guys played in college. Obviously, Tim Duncan was from the Virgin Islands. I know where he's from and stuff like that. Played for Wake Forest. Um, Obviously, Manu and Tony Parker were overseas. Um, but yeah, little French guy and Argentinian and Manu Ginobili, stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of. It's just so much to remember. All this knowledge is just like, obviously knowing where guys play and all that stuff is like useless knowledge, but um, if you know it, it's super super awesome when you talk to somebody who also knows it. Let's see. Probably gonna download this as halftime is just about to be around the corner. So let's go ahead. Page 4. Go ahead and download this as halftime is coming. There's an intentional grounding penalty right there for Patrick Mahomes as nobody was in the area. He was not inside the pocket, but obviously intentionally throwing the ball down. So looks like it is going to be halftime, boys and girls. So Dizzle, I really appreciate you being here. I would appreciate if you could come for the second half as well. But if you can't, totally understandable. So let's see. Celtics are tanking. It's beautiful. Gap year. We'll have Cooper Flag in a few years too. He's a main guy. Loves the Celtics. Hey, you never know. I mean, he's not looking like he's having fun in Dallas. He had a horrible game against the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah. But obviously, yeah, Dizzle. If you can't come back later on, thank you for being here, and everybody else who's going to be here, thank you for coming. But it is halftime, so we will see you guys after the half for the start of the third quarter. Thanks, guys. See y'all in a little bit. Oh, I just realized that I said all that with my mic off. So, oh well. But welcome back, guys. This is the third quarter. I know kickoff already kicked off, but the Chiefs have the ball, and they're going to get it at the 20 there. So, not too bad. That is what I do not like to see. First off, first play, Rashee Rice. Uh-oh. Something happened with their cleats or something. Or Rashee Rice got hurt. Maybe. I don't know. I hope he didn't, but it's not how I'd like to win. But we'll see what happens here. It looked like something was caught for them. But yeah, guys, go ahead and let me know down in the comments how you're doing on fantasy, what's going on. I'm going to eat my popcorn here while I watch this game. Be on live with y'all. But 2nd and 5 here. Looks like Patrick Mahomes will drop back again, throw the ball. Ooh, Noah Gray. That could be a flag. Yep, there it is. Helmet to helmet type stuff there. Can't do that. Oh, yeah, Bobby Wagner does get his hand on the ball. What a stud. Bobby Wagner is an all-pro still. At, like, close to the age of 40. So, first down there for the Chiefs. What we expected from the refs, right? Nah, just kidding, guys. That was a helmet-to-helmet hit there. It is what it is, but defensive player type of stuff. So, yeah. And that was actually the first penalty. The first penalty on the Commanders, which is crazy. So I'm looking at fantasy right now. I'll pull it up. I am currently 5 points ahead. 5.12. 5.12 points ahead in fantasy. Obviously, my opponent has Rashee Rice, so he has 4.8 points. He cannot get 5. He cannot get 5.2 more points because he can't go to the second decimal point as a wide receiver unless they pass the ball for some reason, which he could. You never know. We've seen it more. Dizzle says, "I'm back, Digga. How's it going, my guy? Back here again. Thanks for coming in. Let's remove that. Put myself back. Show the score. Patrick Mahomes drops back again. Hopefully he's not looking for Rashee Rice. Oh, and there is Travis Kelce coming out the woodworks. And he's so old, guys. He could not even slow down. It said, Dizzle says, I need Mahomes to start cooking, but not through Kelce. Ooh, that was exactly the wrong time to say that, Dizzle. Kelce just came out from blocking. Wowza. Deron Payne looked like he was tired, super tired. He was just standing there as a defensive end or defensive tackle. But wow, what a play. But yeah, 5 receptions, 89 yards, 51 yards after the catch for Travis Kelce. There's Pacheco. He says, but he goes to Kelce. Yeah, he does. That is all right. What's your fantasy implications there, Dizzle? Is this in the Gold League? Oh, no. Gold League can't be the Gold League. You're getting destroyed. But here, as long as I don't go to Rashee Rice, I'm happy. So, Travis Kelce has the most career touchdowns for the Chiefs at 82. Priest Holmes has 83. So, obviously, Kelce needs 1 or 2 more. Nope, no touchdown. Again, looks like Rashee Rice almost gets a touchdown, but just doesn't get there. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, out at the 1. Tried his best, but he doesn't succeed. But now I'm only ahead of my opponent by 3.6. So obviously they could go back here to Rashee Rice. I hope they don't. Anybody but Rashee Rice and Kelsey for my boy Dizzle. Looks like it's going to be a holding call. Let's see. Flags everywhere. So let's see who it's on, if it's on both and offsets, or if it is on just the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams, yeah. Offset. Let's see, Dizzle sent a video. Oh, no, you sent your fantasy implications. Ooh, my goodness. So in one of your leagues in Action Jackson, you're only up by less than a point. Jesus. And another one, I'm guessing you lost. I don't know. Maybe. KB 2x, are you on the left or the right? And then Cricket Kamish, I'm assuming that's you. You need Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice to go off. Oof. I cannot have Rashee Rice go off. So Patrick Mahomes can go off. I want him to get 3 touchdowns for my bet. But not Rashee Rice. Oh, you're the tight ones? Yeah. You got tight ones for sure, buddy. Chill. Not bad, Dizzle, not bad. All right. So 4th and goal, it looks like the Chiefs are going to go for it. Oh, Mahomes might run it. Oh, he's going to pass it to Hunt. And Hunt, the touchdown thief, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Can't believe I let him go. I just dropped him in the Gold League, I think. I don't know if it was last week or if it was this past week. I don't remember. But yeah, crazy. So let's go ahead. Let's get that in the middle. Let's get that there. And let's save this. And the field goal attempt is good. So now we will download that and edit. But wow, Mahomes with his first touchdown pass. Hopefully that helped you, Dizzle. I know it helped me because it wasn't to Rashee Rice. But yeah, 7-14 here. The Chiefs are up. So it could be a good one. It could be one that the Chiefs win again, and maybe they'll move up in the power rankings, Dizzle. Maybe they won't. I'm just kidding. They probably will. As long as they keep continuing to do what they're doing, they look good so far. But the Commanders also look fairly good. Let's see. Giannis Antetokounmpo? Oh my gosh. He's so tall. And to think that Wemby's even taller. I haven't seen Wemby in person yet, but I bet he's tall. I mean, 7'5", still growing too. Guy's insane. Let's see. Brandon is back. He says, now I need Washington to keep scoring. So that way that they can keep passing the ball and everything. Yeah. It says Sandstro is a Massachusetts guy. It says that helps the commish. It says, let's go. Glad it wasn't Rice. Me too, buddy. Me too. I am like less than 3 points ahead or something like that. Let me check. No, I'm 4 points ahead. 4 points ahead. And Rice is the only guy I'm playing against. So I need him to get less than 8. I need him to get less than 4.52. So yeah, basically less than 4.6. It says Action Jackson. I took out Green Bay's defense and I need those 7 points. Oh, big oofs. Let's see, buddy. Kansas City is number 1. You know it. I know it. No, they're not number 1. I promise you that. They do not look like number 1 right now. Vince, I'm going to show my barber a picture of you and ask for that haircut. Go for it, bro. I get a mid taper fade on the side and then just scissors on top. So that way I can move it over to the side. The only thing I don't like is obviously you can see back here, I do have some flyaways. So she cuts my swirl in a certain area. But that's anybody's head. So it's not a bad haircut. And then I do my own beard. So yeah, I actually need to like edge it up here, down here, little mustache hairs, stuff like that. So I do my own beard. He says that, and I need Kansas City defense to lose a point. Jeez. Don't you love fantasy when we like need certain things but not the other? We're always like, no, it has to happen this way. You're a low taper guy? Okay. Yeah, I'm a mid taper guy. I just like it. I did the low before, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And I did a high one time, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. So now I do a mid, and it's like a sweet spot for me. Yeah, I taper the back just because it's more like professional in my line of work. But yeah, I taper the whole way. Wow. They are backed up is for sure. They need some room. Oh, Laramie Tunsil's out. That's a big loss. Now they have the young guy, second season, Brandon Coleman. Everyone's been talking about the burst fade. What's that? Ooh, McLaurin. Giving them some needed room. I've never heard of the burst fade. I'll switch it up. Burst fade. Let's move my burst fade. Oh. Oh, you're going against Scary Terry? Yeah, Mini Mullet is super professional, Dizzle. 100%. 1,000%. Yeah, but I've seen this burst fade before. It's kind of the young person thing who don't have, corporate jobs or hospital jobs or anything like that. There's a way you can get the burst fade without, looking like a young buck. I can see some. They just don't leave it long back here, but they kind of like they do taper it in the back, but it doesn't look like they taper it. Going against Terry, says look up a modern mini mullet. Let's see, modern mini mullet. Is that what you're gonna get? Modern mini mullet. Oh yeah. That one's kind of like the fade, basically. It just depends on how much you're gonna grow it out, So if it's gonna be long back here too, like in the back, stuff like that. So it's almost picked off of the bounce. It's 4th and 5 for the Commanders here. I assume they will punt this ball. Yeah, the modern mini mullet doesn't look bad. I could see that for you, dudes. I could see it for you. Because that's what I'm going to get, something like that, but for curly hair. Yeah, there's a few guys in here that just have like the distressed hair look. So I'm intrigued to kind of see what it looks like for curly hair. Ooh, I see one. I see one right here. Hold on, see if I can find it. View image. It's gonna be you, Dizzle, right here. Dizzlenator. Is that the length that you're going for right there? Right there in the back. See those sweet curls? Yeah. I can see that for you, Dizzle. I can see it. But yeah, interesting. Let's see. Is it? I don't think it looks good with straighter hair. Yeah, I have a couple here. This guy has like insanely curly hair. This guy looks a little fruity too. This could be Dizzle right here. Perfect image for Dizzle. He says, "Nah, that's way too long." Yeah. Let's see. Let me look for another one. Go back. Right here, Dizzle, and you gotta get the. I think they call this the porn stash. You gotta get the porn stash. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Porn stash right there. Zoom in. Right there. That's what you gotta get, Dizzle. 100%. 1000%. But up to you, man. Up to you. Totally up to you. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking for hairstyles for Dizzle. But yeah, this is like a unisex cut. A lot of people have it for women too. Just not as crazy, obviously. I'm interested though. I'm interested to see what Dizzle goes for. But yeah, not too bad. It says nice neck tat too. Yeah, you gotta get the neck tat and everything. He says, "Oh yeah, that's the one." Says that guy that's in it. It's it in the pooper. Yeah, pretty much probably. It says look up mini mullet with low taper. Okay. Mini mullet with low taper. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull it up. Just gonna pull it up so you can direct me, Dizzle. Let's see. Just go like this. No. Let's see. I'm gonna put this here. This way. Right there, Dizzle. Right there. You tell me when. What if I got frost? Nah, don't get frosted tips, bro. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. This is what I'm getting for like low taper. These don't look like low taper in my opinion. This one looks like a low taper right here. The curlier hair. I could see this. Is this what you're looking for, Dizzle, right here? Short mullet, low fade, low taper fade. Says those guys got straight hair. How about this one? This guy's got straight hair. This guy's got duck lips. Okay, so this one's pretty close. Okay. Maybe just not as long on the top or what? Or maybe a little short in the back. But yeah, so not bad. It says that's high of a taper. Not that high of a taper. Oh, so it's going to be even lower. Juju got the catch. Juju on that beat. Yeah, it doesn't look like a bad haircut for you, Dizzle. I can see it. All right, so now I need Patrick Mahomes to get 2 more touchdowns, Tyquan Thornton to get a catch, and then Bobby Wagner to get 4 more assisted tackles. It's not lunatic, right? That's all I need. That's all I need. Whoa. Something happened to my TV. Just blacked out, basically. I think it's like everybody. Yep, a lot of targets for everybody. Show the score. My bad. My bad, boys. No, not re- Oh, she Rice fumbles. Oh, he got it back though. Dang it. Let's see. Dang, that would have been great for a fumble. Oh well. 2 more points. 2 points ahead. Yeah, TV blacked out. I thought it was only me, but yeah. It seemed like it was everybody because I still heard the announcers talking. It says, what a lucky recovery. I know. I wish it wasn't, but I mean, you need points from him, so that's good for you. Worthy with another catch. But third quarter, less than 5 minutes to go now. I think Rasheed Rice will get another catch. And pretty sure more than 10 yards too. So I think me winning this fantasy league is kind of a little bit delusional, but holding on till the end. We've seen crazier happen. So Rasheed Rice in the backfield. Yep, there's another Rasheed Rice catch. Close to 10 yards. So that should be the icing on the cake almost. I am up by, what's that point? I'm up by 0.2, my boys. By 0.2. So yeah, pretty much looking over. Because they're going to him a lot right now. Yeah. I was assuming they were going to, at some point, go to him quite a bit. So might as well ruin my fantasy right now. But now they're going with short chunk plays, so I assume they're going to hit him quite a bit because that's his game. Let's see. They're showing Rasheed Rice on the screen, so they could look his way here. Ooh, but they'll get Travis Kelce. My jeez. Sorry, Dizzle. Looks like you lost that one. But another touchdown throw for Patrick Mahomes. I know you needed that. So now Travis Kelce has tied for the most touchdowns by a Kansas City Chief. Alrighty, 21-0 or 21-7. Let me go ahead and change this score. But there you go, Dizzle. We finally covered on the pick'ems. Let's go ahead and update this. Boom, 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 boom. So now 7-21 for the Chiefs. And I'm still up by 0.2. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I'm up by 0.1. Pretty scurry there. See, I'm up by 0.12. So anything that Rashee Rice gets over a yard for rushing or another catch, it's toast for me, boys. Toast. Toast. Toast for me. So we'll see. It's crazy. He says crazy. All my teams are going to be 4-4. Yeah, I think my worst team right now is 5-2. Now 2 teams are going to be 5-3 because I lost in 2 leagues. My best league right now is 7-1, and my other one is going to be 6-2. So 7-1, 6-2, and 5-3 in my other 2. So not bad at all. Let's see. He says I'm down 2. Now just need one more good drive for Kansas City, and should lock it in unless Cherry goes off. Very high possibility. But they haven't really been looking Terry's way too often. It's more like Debo, Ertz, and then Terry McLaurin kind of sparingly. But when they do look his way, he's usually downfield, so could be a big one. It says 4-4 with an insane amount of injuries, getting Lamar and Bucky back soon, then Hampton. Oh, I know. I lost Hampton in the league that I am. I think the league that I'm 6-2 in. So once I get him back, I'm gonna be golden. I hope. It says Purdy too, but he's not that as good. Yeah, I lost Purdy in one league. I think I'm 5-3 in that. It's in my dynasty, so I had to pick up some random peeps. They're showing Taylor Swift. Liam says, Vince, what's up, brother? How's it going, Liam? How you doing today? What you munching on? Munching on some low-calorie popcorn. Some skinny pop. Yeah. That's about it. How you doing in fantasy, Liam, though? Let us know. But yeah, now tied with Priest Holmes for the most career touchdowns in Chiefs history. Travis Kelce. Oops. Drop some ball there. Gotta make sure I pick that up later. My dog should pick it up. They'll eat it. Let's see. Dizzle says, I'm going to bed. Mini mullet loading. It says, I'll send you my first down Selly in the morning. Sounds good, my guy. It says, good, man. That Kelce touchdown secures my W in the Blue League. Nice. Went from 0-5 to 3-5. The champ is coming back. Oh, they better fear you. They better be shivering in their timbers. It says, Skinny Pop is the GOAT. Yeah, it's pretty good. This one's like the light salt or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty good. But that's good, Liam. I'm glad you're making a comeback. Our champion in the Gold League, I think, is like, let me double check. But I think he's like 1-7. I don't remember. Let's double check. No, he is now 2-6 after this week, I believe. So I think he got royally stomped this week. Yeah. So yeah, he is now 2-6. So don't worry, it happens to a lot of people. New year, redraft league, so a lot of people go down with injury, all that stuff. It says, can you give me your live opinion on that Tracy for Hubbard trade I sent earlier? Oh, okay, yeah. Big play here. Terry! I think he was out of bounds, though. I don't know. Oh, they're calling it a catch. Jeez. It says sour cream onion Pringles are goated, too. It's just so crazy that week 8 is already over through, almost halfway through the season, but definitely more than halfway through fantasy. But yeah, so this Tracy and Chuba Hubbard trade, in my opinion, Chuba is better. Obviously, they're splitting carries, but when you look at Chuba's output and what he can do, even when he's sharing the ball there with Rico Dowdle, he does better even with Tracy, being alone in the backfield. So if you look at week 6, I know he had 10, or week 7. No, yeah, week 7. Week 7, he had 10 points. That was boosted by a random ass touchdown, right? So if you take away those 6 points from that touchdown, along with the reception that I think it was, or the run, obviously he has like about 4 or less points. I know that was the first week he came back, and Scat was still healthy and playing. But when you look at his week 1, week 2, and week 3, when he was the majority of the snaps and everything, he played like crap. I hated him. He would get me like single digit points, and it was horrible. Um, so Tracy to me is just not the guy. And he says, "Do you think the fact that the Panthers just signed Chuba to a 4-year contract plays into the fact that they'll use him more?" Yes. Obviously, he just came back from an injury, and obviously they can't discount what Rico Dowdle did. They're trying to win games, obviously. So when you're trying to win games, you're going to play your best guys. So I do believe that they will continue to go 50-50 split. But based on game script, I do think that Chuba Hubbard will get a lot more usage than what Tracy's going to get. I do also think when Tracy plays, they're not going to have him out there every play. He's not that kind of running back. I think they'll bring in Singletary as well, especially near the goal line, because Tracy is not a goal line back. If you look at the first few weeks that he played when they used him in the red zone, he was trash. He could not run it in. That's why he barely got his first touchdown, I believe, this past or week 7. So he's just not reliable in my opinion. I thought he would be, and that's why I drafted him this year, but it just didn't work out. So I take the L. I just don't want you to take the L. I say you hold on to Chuba Hubbard. Obviously, he got injured, so there's a chance for him to get re-injured, as there always is off of a fresh injury. But I just think Chuba Hubbard is going to get more usage. The Panthers run the ball a lot. The only reason the Giants were running the ball a lot is because Scat was 10 times a better running back than Tyron Tracy was. And it's sad to watch him go, but obviously gives people the opportunity to go ahead and pick up Tracy, but I think it's a wrong move. So that's why I voted against it as somebody who owned Tracy before this year, and it sucked. And last year he sucked too. He says the injuries are unreal. I know injuries are unreal, and it gets worse every week so far this year. I've had Burrow, Connor, Benson, CD, Hampton, Chuba, Nico, and now Scat. Jeez, yeah. I feel for you, my guy. It happens. This year for sure is definitely one of the most injury-riddled seasons that I've ever played in fantasy. No joke, for sure. Because everybody, like every team, is being like affected by this. So it's pretty crazy. But it looks like we're gonna go into the fourth quarter here. So let me change this. Fourth quarter. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. If you believe in Tyron Tracy to pick up where Scatterbo left off, then see what you got to do, my guy. Do what you got to do. But in my opinion, I just feel like he might have a good game here or there. But when you look at his next 6 games, he has 2 fairly easy matchups this week 9 and week 10. But then after that, it gets so tough. And I just know that he's going to crumble under the pressure there. So he might look good within this first week or 2, and everybody's going to be jumping on him because, everybody has injuries to deal with. Everybody's like, oh, I need to grab this because running backs are just like blue chip players right now. You can't survive without running backs, all that stuff. But I just think it's going to be a wrong move. I had him on my roster from week 1 to week 5, back when he got hurt. And I said, I can't deal with this. And I picked up Kareem Hunt. And Kareem Hunt did way better for me and playing like 30% of the snaps compared to Tyron Tracy, who was playing closer to 40, 50% snaps, even with Scat there. So I just don't like him. I guess I'm being biased, but he did me dirty in the beginning of the season. But yeah. Seahawks are prime time this week, right? This upcoming week, yeah, I believe they are Sunday Night Football against the Commanders. So 2 primetime games back to back for the Commanders here. They have a shorter week. We had the bye week. Hopefully, we're rested. I believe it's in Seattle. I'm not 100% sure. I have to double check. But yeah, I'm excited. So I'm checking to see if it is in Seattle. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, so it's in Seattle. Sunday Night Football in Seattle. And then we go play the Cardinals after that, the Rams in Seattle, then the Titans, Vikings, and Falcons and Colts. And then again, the Rams and the 49ers in the last week. It says, do you think Love or Flacco is a better streaming option for next week? I'd have to look. Let me look at the matchups, and I will tell you based off that. Let's see as we get kickoff here, and it seems like all the fireworks leave a dusty, smoky trail. But let's go ahead and look next week. It looks like Love plays against the Panthers. It could be a really good fantasy game for him, but it also could be a very bad one. We've seen the Panthers trying to keep games close, but this past week they just, could not for their life. If their life depended on it, they just couldn't. Flacco here against the Bears. I do think it's tough to play against the Bears, but I don't think it's like insanely tough to where he can't score fantasy points. Obviously, the Bears lost to the Ravens, so when you look at it like that, I think Flacco might be a better streaming option, especially the way he's passing it to Jamar Chase, especially the way he finds T. Higgins when he really needs to for touchdowns and everything like that. I just don't know the points that they've been scoring, so let me go ahead and search that up for you. But from what I have seen, I think Joe Flacco is a higher volume passing quarterback at this time. So let's go ahead and search that up for you. Flacco versus Love. All right, so back to back here. I'm going to pull this up on the screen so that way I can show you what I look at. I always like to show people what I'm looking at as of why I'm making that determination. So obviously, let's also look up the Bears defense and then the Panthers defense because I like to look at yardage allowed. So let's go with the first matchup, right? Joe Flacco will be playing the Bears. Obviously, he's been passing for a lot of yards these past few games since he started again. Against Green Bay, 219 passing yards is pretty good. Against Pittsburgh, who's giving up a lot of yards at this point in time, 342. And then this past week against the Jets, 223. Obviously, they lost this one, but obviously you can see that he's been playing clean football. No interceptions here in this area. He's also been rushing it a little bit. And over here, he's been sacked, but not very often as he's getting the ball out quick to Jamar Chase. So in my opinion, this looks really good. And then going into Chicago, who gives up quite a bit of yardage here. As you can see, total yardage to the Baltimore Ravens, 355. Total yardage to the horrible New Orleans Saints, 253. Washington, they gave up 329. Las Vegas, 357. Giving up a lot of yards, right? They're not very good. So against Cincinnati, I don't think he'll be great. Now, let's go over here to Jordan Love. Obviously, he's looking a little bit – it's not bad as Worthy gets the ball there. It's not bad, right? This past game, great against Pittsburgh, but this is a game that needed to be a statement win against Aaron Rodgers, and that's why the stat line looks like that. Really, it's only on those really big games that are worth a lot, like Dallas Cowboys, where it went to overtime, against Washington, where it was actually a pretty decent game. So really, he's not like a stat stuffer, right, in my opinion. 13 to 15 points is a great stream, but when you can stream somebody that can get you 18 to 26 points, basically, I'd rather do that. When you look at Carolina's defense, they gave up a lot to Buffalo, but they got absolutely creamed here. I don't think Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers will do that, but they also very much could. I just feel like this will be more rushing yards, as we saw James Cook have a really good game, and as we saw Josh Allen have a pretty decent game. Not amazing, but pretty decent. And that's Josh Allen, not Love. But as you can see here, against Miami, Dallas, the Jets, New England as well, Atlanta, Arizona, they don't give up as many yardage opportunities to the other team. So, in my opinion, I would obviously go with Flacco. It says a ton of their top corner options were out this week for the Bears against the Ravens, so that definitely is a factor. Yeah. So obviously, you always want to make sure you look at the lineups and everything. But in my opinion, I think Flacco is the better streaming option because I know for sure that he's going to be passing the ball 1,000%. When you look at the Green Bay Packers, they want to run the ball more often than they pass it. So that's just my opinion there. But yeah, I would go Flacco. And I'll talk about that more tomorrow. So if you want to join the live, also, I'll be here live tomorrow for Fantasy Football Talk. I'll also talk about all that stuff. And if you have questions for me to go in depth, the show goes pretty slow. There's not a huge ton of commenters at this point in time. We're hoping that there will be more. But yeah, so I will definitely take my time in showing you guys the stats that I look at and everything and how I compare who is the better streaming option for my teams. That's why my worst record for a team is 5-3 in 2 leagues. Then it goes 6-2 and 7-1. I do a lot of my work to win in football leagues in the waiver wires because injuries always happen. It's just a part of the game. Let's see. Wife is texting me, sending me stuff. Oh, there's the game. There's the game for me. There's Rashee Rice with the catch, and I have officially lost. I think I lost a little while ago. I think he had a catch before that. But yeah, let's see what the wife's saying. TikTok is wilding, guys. TikTok be wilding. That's so funny. My poor wife's eyes. She Rice. I'm gonna be pissed if they take him out the rest of the game after that catch. Because that was the catch that ultimately made me lose, I think. It said, dude, I was so close to that bet I sent yesterday. Ferguson was an absolute dud. I know. He got me 0 points in this league. Let me show you. So let me make this a little bit bigger. So this is the league that I was talking about right now. As you can see, I'm barely losing now. And this is like, I have no players playing, and it's all up to him and Rashee Rice. Obviously, Rashee Rice got the points that he needed. But look at, I don't think it was this league, actually. There was another league where he got me 0 points. Didn't really matter. I think it was this one. I absolutely romped. But yeah, 0 points here, as you can see from Jake Ferguson. Like, what the heck? So, it is what it is. The Cowboys played extremely horrible. But what can you do? It's not in our hands. It's in everybody else's hands. Let's see what happens here. Obviously, I do think that the Chiefs are going to win this game. It'd be pretty hard for them to lose it. The felon Rashee Rice. Well, yeah, I lost to Kyrie, but as you can see, Kyrie is in. You couldn't see that, but Kyrie's first in our league, basically. because he auto drafted. He says, I don't get why the Chiefs don't use Rashard Smith as RB1. He looks so good. Oh, yeah. Well, they have a lot of guys there. So that's why they didn't. Uh-oh. Somebody from Washington is hurt. Let's see what the injury is. But yeah, so officially I would drop down to 5-3 in this league. Says I love the upbeat music they play while Joe Buck lists off Rasheed's felonies. I know, right? It's so funny. He's a freaking felon, bro. I thought he was gonna get a lot more suspension time, but when they said that they were aiming at 6 weeks, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Especially like breaking the law, like for a felony, like it's one of the highest things you can break besides like murder. So, oh well, that's how the league wants to handle it. It is what it is. Obviously, I think if Rashee Rice wasn't in the NFL anymore because of what he did, I don't think many people would really notice. There's a lot of stars already in this league who don't, break the law and have felonies against their name. So it is what it is. But Chiefs always somehow have guys that break the law. So do the Raiders, and there's another team. Well, but how are you doing as a person, Liam? How's your life going right now? Ugh, itchy nose. Let's see. It says Chiefs will sign Henry Ruggs in 2 years. Mark my words, and trade for Jordan Addison to have that trio. Freaking! Oh man, that's so funny. The felony trio, crazy. Let's see. Now just looking at the bet here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to hit anyway. Bobby Wagner hasn't gotten a lot of assist tackles. He's gotten a lot of solo tackles. So, let's see. If I would have picked it over 8.5, could have gotten there. He has 5 solo tackles already. Wow. Crazy. It always happens that way, I guess. He's had 5 assist tackles in every single game from week 3 all the way to week 7. Decides to never get an assist tackle again. Ooh, misses him. Let's see. It says not bad. Just finished the hellish week with 4 midterms in uni. So that was tough, but there's light at the end of the tunnel now. Nice, man. First semester, right? So, yeah, you'll have a lot more of those. But just take it in, man. It's fun when you look back on it. Yeah, college days, they were fun. A lot of stress for sure because you're studying to, get a degree, as the Spurs go for. No, hell yeah. But yeah, enjoy it, man. Getting your education is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. It's not needed by everybody, but if it's something that you want to do specifically and you have to go get the education, it's great. Think of it as a big privilege because a lot of places don't allow you to do that in this world. So super awesome. Oh, it says not third semester now. This is my second year. Wow, dude, time flies. Oh my goodness, getting older. We're all getting older. It's fun. It's fun to watch y'all grow up too. So that's why we like this channel too, because y'all follow us, and in turn we follow y'all on y'all's lives and everything y'all accomplish. So super grateful for that. But yeah, man, enjoy it. You've obviously this is your third semester, so you've got things under your belt. But definitely keep going. Get past all the basics, and then get to your junior year classes, your senior year classes. What major are you specifically going for, Ray or Liam? There's Rasheed Rice for the touchdown. So there is Patrick Mahomes' third passing touchdown. So let me go ahead and change this, and I will get to your comment really quickly here, Liam. Let's make this bigger. There we go. 7-28. Looks like he's going to do the score here. Man, that popcorn turned on my throat. Let's see. All right, 7-28 there. Let's see. It says, haha, AJ just followed me on Insta a few weeks ago. So now he's got the inside scoop. Ooh, nice. I'll go see if are you under Liam there? I'll go search you up on AJ's friend list, and I'll go follow you too, so I can have the inside scoop. You do finance. Awesome, man. There's always going to be a world of finance. So that's what I did when I went to school. I chose something that I felt like I would enjoy, as well as I knew that would always be a market for. And that's why I went into occupational therapy. That's why I work in a hospital, because there's always going to be work at a hospital. People will continue to age, get sick, break bones, and that's just life. So my job will always be in demand, and so will finance, because there's businesses everywhere that need help with finance, and just regular people as well. So good job, man. Good beat there. What specifically do you want to do with finance? Do you want to have go work for a bank? You want to go work for corporations? I don't know what else financiers do. So I'm pretty sure there's a whole ton more things like housing, all that stuff. That's cool, man. Very, very awesome. It says, yeah, I got into personal investing just over a year ago and didn't know what to do for uni, but finance felt right. Nice. And investing is also pretty awesome too. My younger brother, he's 20 years old right now. I'm 27, so he's about 7.5 years younger than I am. He also wants to go for something in business. I don't know what he's going to go into yet. He's still doing all that stuff, but yeah. So business, healthcare, all that stuff will always be at the epicenter of what we do here in this world. Tyron Tracy worth my number one waiver spot. I also have Dart as my second superflex quarterback. Yeah. I mean, who else is on the waivers? Pareko, let me know. I mean, I don't believe in Tracy all that much. I had him before Scat was even a thought of being played. It used to be like a mixture of Tyron Tracy, Scatterboo, and Singletary in the beginning weeks, and he just was total doo-doo for me. I don't think anything's going to change. Scatterboo is a different type of running back. I don't think Tyron Tracy can match what he did. So if you're expecting Scatterboo numbers with Tyron Tracy, don't expect that at all. Financial advising would be nice, or investing fund management. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of right up your alley if that's what got you into it, with personal investing and all that stuff. So very fun, very fun. Let's go check out my bets over here. Zach Ertz and Hollywood Brown. The only one's lagging behind. Ooh. So we need Zach Ertz to get some catches here. It says, you a baseball fan at all? Not really. I watch it every now and then, but I feel like I'd rather go in person to watch baseball games versus watching it on TV. I feel like it's more exciting when you're there in person. But yeah, I'm more of a football and basketball fan. But I like watching football on TV because you get a very good experience on TV. Obviously, you have to pay to watch, football on TV. But yeah, it says 3 touchdown miracle. Yeah, man, he hit for my bet, but I have a couple other people that aren't hitting for the bet. So it is what it is. But yeah, Juju hit for the bet. Travis Kelce hit for the bet. Patrick Mahomes hit for the bet for 3 touchdowns. Bobby Wagner has 2 assists. He needs 5 for me. And Tyquan Thornton just needs 3.5 receiving yards, and I don't think he's going to get it. So I don't think the Chiefs would be passing all that much right now. But yeah. I'm not really big on baseball, but I was rooting for the Mariners. They played the Blue Jays. This is fair enough. I almost never watch regular season baseball, but playoff baseball is special for some reason. Yeah, it has all the best hitters, has all the best, kind of home runs, grand slams, all that stuff. Base hits, all that, RBIs. I know the rules of baseball and everything like that. They're not very hard to know, but yeah, I know how the game functions and everything. But yeah, I don't watch it enough. It's so Perico says I have Bucky and Rashad, Javonte Williams, Pollard, and Travion Henderson. Bucks on the bye this week. Cowboys on a bye next week, and refuse to use Pollard again. Just wouldn't love starting 2 Giants. Yeah, honestly, I think Pollard is better than Tyron Tracy. That's just my opinion. Tyjae Spears is getting a lot of work though, so I could understand that. But yeah, in my opinion, I just don't see it. I don't see Tyron Tracy being better than Pollard, and that's just me. It says, yeah, I've been to 1 baseball game in my life, and it was Mariners this year. Oh, nice. Awesome. So you actually saw a good team play then. He says, but I've been a Blue Jays fan my whole life, so it was my favorite team versus second favorite team. There you go. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's always cool to see that. My favorite football team, obviously, is the Seahawks. I took all my stuff down because I'm in the process of moving into a house that we just bought within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, but my second favorite team is the Texans. They're my favorite Texas team, I guess. They're not my second favorite team, but I root for them just so they can, outbeat the Cowboys, basically. And I like their organization. Closer to me here in Texas. I live in San Antonio, so. But yeah, baseball is cool. I don't have anything. I don't knock anybody on watching baseball. I just feel like it's not as exciting to watch baseball on TV rather than in person. But yeah, I would love to go to more in-person games for baseball. They're pretty cheap, and they're a whole lot of fun. There's a lot to do there. So, Franco says he has Bam Knight, Tracy, Spears, Harvey. Dude, Spears. Just grab Spears. I think Spears is great. I'll search up what he's been doing, and I'll show you here. Let's search up all those peeps, yeah? I know you can do this, but I like to do this for people. Bam Knight is also doing pretty good. Oh, why does he not come up? Yeah, Zonovan. His name is Zonovan. Zonovan Knight. That's why. So Tyrone Tracy, and you said Harvey. Harvey had a really good week this week, but you can't trust him to have that week every single week, especially with 27% of the snaps. So don't get Harvey. But let's pull these up, right? So let's make this a little bit bigger so that way I can show you. But all right, RJ. We'll start with RJ Harvey, right? Obviously, his highest ever snap percentage is 41%, and he did very well with it. So maybe if he got more snap percentage, he could do well. But as you can see, 6, 6, 7, 24. This one is an outlier with the 2 touchdowns and then the 1 touchdown here. So if you take all those 18 points away, he's left at what? 6. So again, his average is 6 points, 7 points, and 6 points again. But if you take away all the touchdowns that he's had, that's what I usually do with pairs that I want to pick up. He's not very good. Same with Tyrone Tracy. If you look at this past week, he had 7.3 points, no touchdowns, right? So fairly good, but very similar to RJ Harvey in that points range. 63% of the snaps, right? This is 63%. So even if he goes up to like 70 or 80% with Singletary playing the rest of the snaps, it's not much of a difference. So 7.3. I'm going to bring Pollard on here too, because you said you have Pollard right now. That's why I want to show you why I think Pollard is better, even with Spears taking away from him. But yeah, so 63% of the snaps, 7.3 points. So not very good. Bam Knight, I would say plays better than Tyrone Tracy, wholeheartedly. He gets more opportunities, in my opinion. He scores in the red zone more often than Tyrone Tracy, already only playing 3 games this season. He has the same amount of touchdowns as him in 3 games versus Tyrone Tracy playing 6 games. So there's that. So Zonovan Bam Knight this past week had 14 carries, 11 carries already. That's more than Tyrone Tracy has ever had in the season in any single game, and he's done it twice. So in my opinion, they just don't use Tyrone Tracy like you're going to want them to. So I would pick any one of these guys, maybe minus Harvey. No, honestly, I would pick Harvey over Tracy right now, honestly. But Spears is doing really good. He's getting a lot of snap percentage, and maybe that's why you don't like Pollard. But even Pollard, 46% of snaps, getting more opportunities, in my opinion, than what Tyrone Tracy is getting. So Pollard, even though he's splitting, I would say you go with Tyjae Spears. Go with the other guy that's getting all the carries. But Liam says, yeah, I've been to an MLB and NLHA game, but never NBA or NFL, which is a bummer. But I'm hoping the Chargers play Seattle next year so I can make the small trip. Hey, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome, honestly. Seattle is one of the best stadiums in the league, if not the best. We're going to a Lambeau game in a few, I think like 4 weeks from now, something like that. So we're also going to be enjoying that as well. He says, I'm hoping Pollard gets traded and wouldn't be mad if Ramondre was out for a hot minute either. Yeah, everybody wishes that, but I just don't know why they're not using Travion. But that's my explanation there, Pareko. That's my in-depth explanation. I would choose Tyjae Spears, Bam Knight, RJ Harvey, and Tony Pollard over Tyrone Tracy wholeheartedly. It's just, in my opinion, better. They are all just better than RJ Harvey. Or not RJ Harvey. What's his name? See, Tyrone Tracy. I don't even remember his name. That's how unforgettable he is. I hated him when I had him from week 1 to week 5. Liam says, I like Harvey rest of the season. I think JK will go down at some point, and once that happens, it's showtime. Yeah, I love RJ Harvey. I have him in my dynasty. He was my, I believe, 2nd round pick. I love the guy. I think he was great in college. I think he's going to transition well here into the league. It's just right now, he's behind him, and you really can't do anything about it. So it is what it is, but I would like RJ Harvey to get more opportunities. I think seeing the way he played this week might give him more opportunities. So hopefully Denver does that. It says, I hope JK doesn't get hurt, but given his history, it's more likely than not. Yeah, JK has a lot of injuries, 100%. It says, yeah, that's what AJ was telling me, that gonna be a cold game. Pack warm up. Yeah, pack warm man. Yeah. I hope it's a cold game because I want to go to Lambeau knowing that we got the full Lambeau effect. Like like when we went to Seattle, we were expecting to have some rain, and it did not rain a drop while we were there. So I never really got the true Seattle um, weather, in my opinion. And we went in November, also, or no, we went in October, and we didn't get anything. So it is what it is, but uh, it's better for us because it was cold in Seattle, not like super cold, but it was cold enough. And I just wish it rained just a little bit while we were at the game. Would have been awesome. But yeah, experience was great. Love it. And I think it was Saturday night football or Sunday night football. Sorry, Sunday night football when we went. So it was great. Love the atmosphere in Seattle. It was so loud. It was a great game. So gotta love it. But yeah. Let's see. It says, yeah, I did a West Coast road trip from Seattle to San Fran in May, and my brother, and we got one day of rain. I was prepared to be drenched every day. Yeah, I guess it doesn't rain a whole bunch like we think it is in Seattle, because obviously people say like, oh yeah, it's always raining in Seattle. Uh, what's that show called? It's always rainy in or it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Well, in Seattle, it's always rainy in Seattle apparently, uh, but it wasn't when we were there. So, but it's still great. Still a great experience. I would love to go back sometime soon. My wife wants to go to Seattle. She doesn't really care for the NFL game, but I told her I was like, we can go during the NFL season, and we get the true like Seattle weather as well. And she just wants to go up there to see like the forests and everything. So we want to go like go see Mount Rainier. I don't know if we'll climb it. That'd be insane. We want to go see Mount Rainier. Want to explore the city. She wants to shop around and go do things and all that stuff. So I told her, I was like, yeah, let's make a whole week out of it. Let's go for 4 or 5 days, explore the city, relax, rent a car, go watch a Seahawks game, and then just go around the city and explore and have fun. Seattle is such a cool city, though. The ballpark right next to Lumen, right on the water, was so cool. Yeah, it's amazing, man. Haven't been in the Mariners Stadium yet, but it's really awesome. I love the views. Because I would highly recommend the West Coast in general. Once in a lifetime experience for sure. Yeah, I do want to go down the West Coast on their highway. I don't know if it's like Highway 1 over there or something like that, but their interstate highway over there. I really want to go down that road that everybody says to go down. So I want to do the whole West Coast travel. It's probably similar driving down from Washington to California. It's probably the same distance of us driving from where we used to live in Texas, which is way at the bottom where the Mexican border is, driving all the way up to the tippy top of Texas. Took us like 12 hours to drive through Texas. So I'm assuming if you drive from Seattle all the way down to like middle of California, it's the same distance, just a way different drive. Says got to stop in Eugene as well. Yeah, Eugene I've heard is very very cool. Yeah, with the Oregon Ducks and everything. It says Duck Stadium, which was sick. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously, for me, AJ and Reed, our goal in life is to hopefully by the time that we leave this earth, that we get to go to every single NFL stadium there is, all the old and new. So hopefully we get to go to some stadiums before they switch. So one of the stadiums for sure that we want to go to soon is to the Bills Stadium as well, because they might get a new stadium. But we'll see. We'll see what we do. It's all in the cards there, but we have to kind of roll with the punches of life. We don't have endless travel time and funds to do that, because it costs money to travel, which is it is what it is. It says, yeah, Highway 101 is what we drove on the whole way down. Yeah. says, how many have you crossed off? Well, sadly, only 3. I've been to the Houston Texans Stadium, or for me, at least for me. Been to the Houston Texans Stadium. I've been to Seattle's stadium, and now we're going to go to Lambeau. So that's going to be 3. AJ has been to, I believe, Houston Stadium for sure. He's been to Seattle with me, and he's been to Levi's Stadium for the 49ers. I think, I don't know 100% sure. He might have been to another one, but I'm not 100% sure. And then Reed has only been to the Houston Texans Stadium as well as Seattle Stadium. So this will also be his 3rd, along with me, and AJ's 4th with Lambeau Field. So far, we're still very early in the game, but we've barely gotten to the point where we can finally travel like we want to. It says, yeah, Bills are getting a new one next year, I'm pretty sure. So you should look into that trip sooner rather than later. Yeah, for sure. I do think they'll still have it being built sometime into next season. I don't know if it's going to be ready for next season, but, only time will tell. It is what it is. But yeah, if it's a new stadium, then we have a lot more time to go watch the Bills. But I would love to go watch Josh Allen for sure. But yeah, so we still have a lot of time to cross out a lot of stadiums. We were looking into Heinz Field. I know Pittsburgh's stadium, so we were looking into that one if we couldn't go to Lambeau. We're also looking into Gillette Stadium there in New England. And yeah, I think those were the only ones we were really looking into at this point in time. But yeah, super fun. So definitely a lot of things you can do in life, and that's just one of them that we chose. Soldier Field would be cool too. Yeah, we have been to Ford Field, but we never went inside. We were just outside of Ford Field when we went to the NFL draft there in Detroit. So I guess you can say we've been to Ford Field, but we just haven't been inside. So we haven't gone to a game in Ford Field. So yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I would highly recommend, visiting some of your favorite stadiums, even if it's not your favorite team, even if your team is not playing. Just go watch an NFL game. NFL games are so awesome. Same with the MLB, same with the NBA. I feel like the NBA is not as robust for certain stadiums, but definitely MLB and NFL, even hockey. Hockey is a great environment. It's definitely a fun sport. So all that stuff is great. Let's see. I'm going to check on one of my bets here. Don't know if they've gone up. Hollywood Brown has not even touched the football. So Hollywood Brown needs to get a 15-yard catch, and Zach Ertz needs to get a few more yards. But obviously, 4th quarter, 2-minute warning. So this game is coming to a close, guys. It says, yeah, at this point, I'm not picky over what my first NFL game is. If it's Chargers, even better. I would say your first game should be going to watch your favorite team. It should be one of your bucket list things that you're going to cross off. So definitely, I would say make sure it's a Chargers game. Spend the money, You never know if it could be the only game you ever go see. Hopefully, obviously, fingers crossed, hopefully not. Hopefully you get to see a lot of NFL games in your lifetime. But yeah, I would definitely say go watch your favorite team for your first NFL game. For Reed, it was not his first NFL game. He's been to 2 NFL games before he gets to watch his favorite team. So that's why we chose to make sure that we could get Reed to watch his favorite team this year. Because my first ever NFL game was in Houston to watch the Seahawks play the Texans. AJ's first game, I believe, was also to watch the 49ers play against the Houston Texans. And then Reed's first game was with us, I believe, watching the Jaguars versus the Houston Texans in Houston. So obviously now Reed has watched the Jaguars in Houston play and the Seahawks and 49ers play. So now he finally gets to see a divisional game for himself with the Packers in Lambeau facing off against the Minnesota Vikings. So should be fun. It says I'd love to go to college football too. Going to a Ducks game would be so good. Yeah, college atmosphere is different for sure. I believe the first game that we've ever gone to for football in itself was a Texas A&M game, which is one of the biggest stadiums in the U.S., if not the biggest. I think I don't know if it's that one or some other stadium that's bigger. But yeah, it's a crazy environment, man. College is a whole different atmosphere. Like you think the NFL is crazy, college is full of drunk college and alumni, uh, fans. And it gets crazy. Saturday night football with college is just another level. He says, "Yeah, that's cool. Rudy's gonna be so pumped up. He's already pumped up, man. He says he's gonna spend a lot of money to get a bunch of memorabilia um, from the Packers stadium. So it's gonna be really really awesome for him. Really excited for him." Says who do they play again? Is it yeah? It's Minnesota, the Vikings. They play the Vikings on I don't even remember what day it is, um, but I know it's in November. So let's check. I believe it's November 23rd. 23rd is the day that we're going. That's when they play the Minnesota Vikings. It says, yeah, my brother went to A&M game versus Miami a few years ago. His buddy was a student, so they got student section, which he said was surreal. Yeah, it's crazy, man. We were up in the nosebleeds because the tickets that our friends got as like freshmen or sophomores were pretty crappy, but it was awesome. I mean, the atmosphere was crazy. It went into overtime. The game that we went when they played against Mississippi State, I think, or something like that. it was an awesome game. Obviously, A&M wasn't super good at that point in time, but the game was, yeah, as your brother said, surreal for sure. It was a great experience, 1,000%. So yeah, any game that you can go to, in my opinion, is just fun to be at. So whatever you can go to, I would just recommend that you make sure that you have as much fun as you can. Doesn't mean you have to spend a whole bunch of money, but just have as much fun as you can and soak it all in. It's great experience. I stand by the fact that the NFL should adopt college OT rules. It's so entertaining. It is, honestly. I mean, starting at the 25, just hashing it out, trying to score and then match the other team on the other side, it would be awesome. But the NFL does its own thing. It is what it is. I think a lot of people would like that, honestly. But it just gotta enjoy what the NFL has. And I think what the NFL does is great, but I think what college does is even better. So they have a lot of great things that college does that the NFL doesn't. It says would make the nuclear fantasy games too. Oh yeah, for sure. I do think there is an option where you can play college football. The pick interceptions. This game is pretty much over. The Chiefs will come and kneel it out for the last 12 seconds. But yeah, I mean, fantasy games in college, I do believe there's an option where you can like go on a website and play college football in fantasy mode. So yeah, that'd be crazy for sure. A lot of points scored. That's 100%. You obviously would not want to pick a defense unless you pick like one of the best defenses, because in college you can score up to like 70 points in any given week. All right, boys and girls, but it looks like this game will be ending pretty soon. He says, well, that was another snooze fest of the Chiefs primetime game. Yeah, Chiefs are really good. So we'll see how good they are. As the Seahawks play Washington Commanders next week. We'll see what the Seahawks can do to the Commanders. Obviously, I believe Jaden Daniels might end up playing versus what Mariota did here. If we play against Mariota, I feel like it's going to be another snooze fest on Sunday Night Football. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. As you know, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs kneel it out here for the last 12 seconds. Says thanks for the combo, Vince. Have a good night, man. You too, man. Thanks for being here. Make sure y'all leave a like on this video. But thank you for Dizzle. Thanks for Brandon. Thanks for Liam. And thanks for Pareko for being in here today. So really enjoyed y'all's presence, and thanks for keeping me awake and doing something while this game goes on. Stinker of a game. Also Reed. Thank you, Reed, for coming in for a little bit. But all right, guys, thank you so much. That'll be it here. I will be live tomorrow for fantasy advice at 7 o'clock as well, unless something comes up, but I'll let y'all know in the Discord. If you are somebody new here and need some fantasy advice, go ahead and join the Discord down below. We left the link there. And we will get to your comment as quickly as possible in the Discord. Trey Becker says, we got the dubs. Yeah, for sure, man. Good job for the Chiefs climbing back. They are now sitting at 5-3. But thanks, guys. Again, I will be live tomorrow at 7 o'clock for fantasy football. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a great Monday night. And let's look forward to another week of football. Week 9 is coming close, and it's going to be here soon. So other than that, guys, thanks, and keep on grinding.